I'm Suzanne Angel. I am a high school history teacher, and I have lived in Appalachia really all my life. I was born and raised in Hocking County and still live in Hocking County and teach obviously in Athens County. Absolutely, I think people underestimate Appalachia, and they absolutely think of it as lesser. I think there's, you know, I could spend 10 minutes giving you examples of how I've seen that happen in various things in my life, and I'm not sure. I think people from all over discount Appalachia. Obviously from larger urban areas, but I think people in other parts of the country, you know, discount Appalachia. You know, it's a big pet peeve of mine is sort of really the only socially acceptable, you know, diss anymore is to call somebody a redneck. I mean, you can't say other things. You can't say things about other ethnic groups or groups of people, but it's okay to call somebody a redneck or a hillbilly, and that's attached to Appalachia. And I think that's just indicative of that level of acceptance. Yes, absolutely. I think being a teacher gives me a very particular window into Appalachia that a lot of other people in the real world don't see, because I really believe we are frontline for so many of the social problems that people encounter. I mean, obviously we're frontline for some of the good stuff and the real community building, but I think being a teacher and seeing all these different children with all these different lives is really, really frontline where I think we see it.
So it's just going to be 10 words, matching, character matching, all right? That should be one of the things that you got stapled. Basically, that's just like vocab matching, but I will give you character names. I will give you things about this character.
Yes, I think teaching in Appalachia is different than a lot of than probably just about everywhere else, because I really feel like Appalachia is very unique. Having said that, though, I've always argued too that I think we have a lot of the same issues, for example, that inner city school districts would have with funding and difficulties that the kids encounter. But on the other hand, there's a lot built in, I think, to Appalachia is this sense of community and the way that people look out for one another a lot of ways, and have some fundamental sympathies with each other, and I think that's different. I mean, I think there are a lot, regardless of the problems that may go on, I think there are some very basic levels of help that cross political lines and religious lines, and I'm not sure you find that in a lot of places.
How much wood?
How much? Hey, perfect.
How much
Like checkers. This is not the right color. You could do like checkers. I put some on checker in my ornament. I know. I should keep it. I'm gonna give it like joy.
I think based on what I see, I don't know if it's advice or if it would be maybe, I don't know what to call it. I think that we do have some very valuable assets in Appalachia because of our maybe empathy that we come up with, the general sense of community, the kind of oftentimes us against the world. But on the other hand, I think we see up close what poverty can do, how poverty can limit people, how poverty can shape generations. So what I would say is simply that, you have to understand that this is a unique environment, and we have unique problems and we have unique positive aspects, and you have to understand that that's applicable to all of us.